Good morning. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. And even though I got recently some delicious coffee from Kevin's Coffee Roasters in Vernon, Connecticut, what I'm actually drinking right now, I know everyone at Kevin's Coffee Roasters is falling on the floor and convulsing right now. Why? Why? Speed, brother. Speed. Third take on this video. Y'all are doers, right? Most of y'all are. And if you're not, I try really hard to motivate you to get out there and do stuff. It is clear to me from some of the comments and some of the emails I'm getting that here, I'm going to be like your dad. You need to do more. You can do better. And so to that end, I'm going to resurrect something that I used to do on a website that I ran, and that was long ago. It's gone. And they are the Viking training tasks. So we're going to do Viking training task 1. This is your challenge. I challenge you. You're going to have to do this. But first, do you know where the nearest, the closest national park, state park, national forest, state forest, wildlife management area, national grasslands, thing like that is to your house? Do you know where it is? Why not? Because you should be hanging out there in your ample free time. Do you know where the parking is? Do you know how much it costs to park there? It's time to find out. Your task, Viking training task 1, is this. Make soup. Well, PG, I can go down to my stove and make soup right now. You haven't heard the task, conditions, and standards yet. What I need you to do within the next 2 weeks, and then I would like you to comment, please, on this video when you have done it and tell us all about it. And if it's a long thing, then do a post on it in the community section. What I'd like you to do is drive someplace that's mildly wildernessy. You know, if you're in Phoenix, you can go out to the desert. Mildly wildernessy. In the next 2 weeks, park your car and take a walk. I'd like you to walk for an hour. Walk for an hour. Ideally, you will walk away from your car for an hour, but I get it. Sometimes you can't do that. You have to make little circles or something. I want you to walk away from your car for an hour, and then I want you to stop, and I want you to make soup. And then I want you to eat it for lunch. And then walk back. Carry what you want. Be smart. Have stuff for the weather. Tell somebody where you're going ahead of time and when you expect to be back. Safety. Carry your normal EDC. But go do that. Come on, that is 3 hours out of your next 2 weekends. Not even, really. It doesn't take an hour to cook and eat soup. Well, let's call it an hour because you want to chill and talk. Go with some friends. Go with your family. If you have little children, take them. If you have an infant, take him or her. Go somewhere where you can walk for an hour, park your car, walk for an hour, make soup, walk back. Write down what you learned. You will learn heaps. I got an email or a text or a message or something from somebody, and I don't remember who it is, so don't take it personally. May have been a comment. But it was basically concern about walking at night through the forest, especially with children and wife. I think it was a guy with children and spouse. I've heard other people talk about how moving cross country, you know, that's in the realm of the big bad wolf, man. That's why we don't go out there, because my parents told me these stories from a young age. Have you ever read the real Grimm's fairy tales? Like the German ones? I've done several training events and for civilians. And then usually what I do at the end of the event is I have everyone there and I say, hey, we're going to go around the circle and I'd like to hear one good and one bad thing. One thing that was really fun or that you really learned or something like that. And one thing that should be changed, needs improvement, modify it, whatever. It's funny with Americans, we really hate to criticize in public. Most of us. I didn't like this. People don't like saying that. But they're happy to say what they did like. And time again, what I've gotten the most kudos for out of a whole 4-day exercise is the fact that we took a walk at night. I took one group one time who were not tactical ninjas or militia people. Okay, they were normal people. They were like your neighbors, except, well, maybe not like your neighbors. They were interested in preparedness. It was on a Bob camp out that I did. And we walked half a mile down the mountain through the woods at night. And then we did a night live fire. And then we walked about 3/4 of a mile back because we took a trail road network back, but we made a beeline through the woods to get there. And we had compass azimuths and everyone was in a group and I gave the briefing on how to move in the woods and how to be quiet and stuff. And basically we walked through the woods for half a mile. We did a live fire and we walked back. Almost everybody, and we did a lot of other things on that 4-day event. Almost everybody said the best thing was walking through the woods at night. It was amazing. Another time I had a bunch of people here for a pretty tame camp out. Again, it was about 4 days long. And these people were mostly city people, some of them from the inner city who came out here. And one night I gave them a talk on how to move as a group and told them that, hey, it may come a time when your whole group has to move around an obstacle or something to get out of where you are, thinking urban type environment mostly, and you're going to have to be quiet. And so I taught them how to walk quietly, and I'm going to have to go here because we get company. I told them how to walk quietly, and we just took a walk down a gravel road very quietly, had a little after action review, and walked back. They loved it. Lesson for that story is get out there and do it. It's easy to walk at night. It really is. You just have to do it so that you know that it is. It's pretty easy to walk cross country if you have some basic navigation skills. Again, get out there and do it. Cutting this one short, may make another one later, but hey, Viking Training Task 1, make soup, report here. All right, I'll see you out there.